Before you take relocation advice from someone online, ask a question. How long have you lived there? Not visited, not filmed, but lived there continuously. I'm not against anyone sharing their experiences, but experience has layers. If someone has been in Italy for 2 years, that's still a honeymoon phase. 5 years, they're just starting to understand the bureaucracy. 15 years, medical emergencies, legal systems, family milestones, taxes, property decisions, grief. My sister died in the US while I was in Italy. The community depth, that has level. Aesthetics is easy, infrastructure is earned. It's easy to film cappuccino in a piazza. It's harder to film sitting in a municipal office for 3 hours trying to resolve a residency issue. It's easy to show a $1 house, or euro house. It's harder to explain that the renovation will cost you financially and emotionally almost everything you've got and will go beyond your emotional capabilities of staying with the project. Let's talk language. There's a difference between ordering dinner in Italian and negotiating with a contractor in Italian. That's where there's a difference between saying buongiorno, come stai, and understanding a rapid fire between two Italians that have known each other for 40 years. Many influencers know enough to function. Few know enough to fully integrate. That's not judgment, that's reality. Being around Italians is not the same as being Italian. Spending your holidays with locals, being invited into their family homes, being present in a crisis, that's integration. That takes years, not seasons. Here's something else nobody else wants to talk about openly: taxes. I have seen expats and influencers confidently explain why certain tax rules don't apply to them until they do. The Guardia Finanza does not care about your Instagram following. They don't care what some other expat told you. If you were in their system, you were in their system. You cannot create your own interpretation of residency laws because it fits your narrative. And I see this all the time with expats. That's dangerous advice. Italy is beautiful, and many of these influencers genuinely love it. But loving a place and sustaining a life there are a different skill set. Some are storytellers, some are settlers, some are observers, some are integrated. Know which voice you're listening to. Would you take medical advice from someone who's never been sick? That's why you need to take relocation advice from someone who's navigated their own medical crisis there, or of a family member. I've lived there long enough to know I could sustain it. I also lived there long enough to know when it was time to redesign. It wasn't failure. It's not failure. It's maturity. So here's what I see most senior women, what they actually want. They don't want to be alone in a foreign hospital. They don't want to be isolated in a countryside house with no infrastructure. They don't want to guess at legal thresholds. They want culture. They want visibility. They want community. They want connection. They want to feel loved. They want someone to speak the language at a deeper level. They want someone who understands the unspoken rules. They want immersion with backup. That's not glamorous. But it is sustainable. Before you follow someone's relocation blueprint, look at their timeline, look at their depth, look at what they've actually survived. Italy deserves respect, and so does your life.